back from my Pilates class. It was really good, honestly. Honestly, kind of hard. It was a lot of like abs and core stuff. We did some like glutes, but I feel like I was doing it wrong. So I definitely want to try to go back and like work on my form. This is how I get ready because I hate my hair getting wet, especially because I just washed it yesterday. And this helps so the water doesn't like slip down my arms when I'm washing my face. Today is Wednesday. It's very much middle of the work week, hump day vibes. In my last video, I was struggling to go to bed on time. And your girl still is. I don't know why it's so difficult for me to just go to bed on time. I set alarms, I set timers, reminders telling myself like, go to sleep, like you'll feel better. But then I just somehow like stay up. Like last night, my alarm went off at 11 o'clock p.m. to go to sleep. And then I got a message from work about like an update they need for their website. And I just decided to do it then. Like, I mean, that's working from home. I need to like work on those boundaries for sure. But I didn't need to do it last night. I did not. My work day was over, but I did. So I bet there's people who can relate to this, but I feel like my brain just goes into like hyper productivity mode. And it's not like I'm telling myself I haven't done enough in the day, but it's just, I don't know. I always feel like I'm never doing enough. And I know that it's just gonna take telling myself that I am doing enough and that what I'm choosing to do is good and right for me, but it's hard. It is hard. That's what I'm struggling with right now. But last night was like honestly better than the nights before as far as going to bed. My boyfriend was here over the weekend and we went out for St. Patrick's Day, which was super fun. I am not someone who goes out like drinking in bars very often, so it's kind of fun when we get to go out and do it together. So we had a late night then. We got ice cream at midnight, which was so good. And then so far this week I've just been working and yeah, doing website updates, marketing strategy stuff, content planning. But my goal for the rest of this week is to really work on my bedtimes because that is just something that like affects me all over. Being tired makes everything harder and I just know that it's avoidable. I don't have to put myself through that, but I do for some reason. But the biggest thing is that as long as I have grace with myself and patience with myself, that I will get through and I will create new habits. And I just can't get angry and mad at myself because that doesn't help anything at all. But this morning I have a really fun call for an exciting project coming up. I think it's gonna come out in like 6 to 8 weeks or so. So very much at the early stages, but I'm so excited about this. It's something I've been thinking about doing for the longest time and the opportunity just kind of fell in my lap. I have a call about that and a meeting this morning about that. And then just gotta dive into my work day, probably post some content about my podcast that came out today and try to plan, edit more stuff. Still working on creating my content schedule. I saw a TikTok yesterday of a girl who was like, us content creators just take all our content in one day. Like really, we just do that and it's so much easier. So I have a feeling I want to get into that habit because trying to do this every day, create new stuff every single day, like I love it, but at the same time it's draining sometimes. So I think I need to figure out how to just make this work with my schedule better. But it's all a transition period and a learning process. That's what life is really. So as long as you have grace, patience, compassion for yourself, you can get through anything, I believe. Okay, I'm gonna go make breakfast and then get ready for my call. Surprise, surprise. I was on a savory breakfast kick, but honestly this morning, just time-wise, I couldn't really cook because I'm late. Well, my meeting's in like 5 minutes, so yeah, yogurt bowl it is today. And honestly, they just sound good. They always hit. I have the Icelandic skyr yogurt with bananas, blackberries, granola, cinnamon, and I tried something new, the Michelle's granola maple pecan granola butter, nut butter, really good. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, I'll definitely have it ready for that. Yeah, I definitely don't want to rush it as it's like my first time doing this. I just had an impromptu work call. They kind of just called me out of the blue, which happens sometimes. That's fine. I'm on the clock. But I did ask to take a 10-minute break because I have to jump on another call and I need to post my podcast that came out today, which I'm so excited. If you haven't already listened to my podcast episode with Katharina Schneider, oh my god, I loved the episodes. I also did a video version on my YouTube channel, so you can go watch that after this. I made a playlist, which I'm just gonna put any videos of my podcast episodes, I'm just gonna put there, but they can also be accessed on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Links are down below in the description. This is my little thumbnail. I'm just posting the story so that it's all set, and then I'm gonna jump back on my call. The Perfectly Perfect podcast. I'm here with a very, very special guest, Katharina. You want to introduce yourself a little bit? Yeah, but I think just, we're trying to gather a bunch of videos about it. So I had my calls. I'm kind of feeling very distracted and all over the place right now. I have both computers open and I'm simultaneously working on my personal laptop and my work. Not a vibe. So I need to just focus on one thing and get that thing done because I'm really excited about what I've been posting today on my YouTube and my podcast, so I keep checking it. But that is number one rule. I just cannot be doing that. So I'm gonna put my phone away, I'm gonna shut my personal laptop, and we're just gonna dive into work and get ahead on that. But first I want to make some lunch because I'm getting a little hungry and I have another call in 7 minutes, so let's make something very quick. I'll probably just eat it while I'm on the call. It's no big deal. I'm gonna make some eggs, avocado, something like that. At this package now and it says chicken with spicy green chilies. I don't do well with spice, so let's see how these go. Changed to go outside because my friend's at a coffee shop and I'm gonna meet her to do some work with her. This is the fit today. Very basic brandy tank. I don't really like it, but it's what I have on and I'm just gonna go with it. And these jeans and New Balance sneakers and my leather jacket. I want a little sweet treat, so I'm gonna get one and finish up my work day. from the coffee shop. It is now like 6:30ish. It's the end of the work day. But I still have some work to do, but I got hungry, so I'm gonna make some dinner. And I defrosted 3 fillets of salmon the other day because my boyfriend was here and we were gonna make it together. But we never ended up making it, and now it's just been sitting in my fridge, and I don't think that's like a good idea. So I'm just gonna cook them. I'm not gonna use all 3 tonight, but then maybe I can use it tomorrow. Here is the salmon. I do basic cooking when it comes to salmon. Just wrap it in tin foil, stick it in the oven. I don't really feel like doing any more. Hey Siri. How long should salmon cook for?
Okay, I found this on the web for how long should salmon cook for. Check it out.
Can you tell me? I'm putting it at 400 Fahrenheit for 15 minutes. My sweet tooth is kicking in right now, and I got this wonderful package from Tony's Chocolonely. So I'm gonna have some of this right now. They sent me 6 bars. Like, I go through these bars so fast. They're just so good. This one especially, dark chocolate almond sea salt. This one's my favorite, so. Like, look how thick it is. Yes. Just what I was wanting. One really fun thing about adulthood and recovery is eating dessert before dinner. And I can even have dessert after dinner too. There's no rules. Just by listening to my body now, I'm not gonna ever face any kind of extremes of overeating the chocolate or undereating the chocolate or overeating food in general, or the extremes come when the mindsets are fueled. That's what I've learned. So if I do everything in my power to stop fueling those disordered mindsets, I'm not gonna face any extremes, and I can just listen to my body. I know it's a lot easier said than done, and that's kind of putting it into simple terms when it's more complicated, but that's just kind of my takeaway from recovery. And just, your body doesn't want to go to the extremes. It doesn't want to overeat. It doesn't want to undereat. It doesn't want to be stressed. It doesn't want to be in a fight or flight. And these disordered mindsets and diet culture and stuff puts us in those states. So if we can do everything in our power to pull ourselves out of it and bring ourselves back to the moment and in touch with ourselves, I feel like that's the key to life and happiness and balance and everything. Oh my gosh, this is melting in my fingers now. So all that to say is I'm just happy that I could freely enjoy this chocolate. And it's helping me find balance and happiness in the long run. Okay, my timer went off. I smell it. And it's sizzling. Have I overdone it? Really exposing myself here. I just really don't cook often. I'm just gonna open it and burn my fingers. Ooh. No, it looks good. It's nice and light pink. I really kind of just make meals out of what I have, unless I have like a specific meal in mind. I forgot I had these falafels, so I think I'm just gonna do like a little salmon falafel bowl, hummus bowl thing. That's what sounds good to me, and that's what I have, so. On a sweet note. skincare, and I came home from my walk and I had a phone call with a friend, which was really nice to catch up. And then, not gonna lie, I proceeded to scroll on TikTok and Instagram and just kind of like swipe between the two, which in the moment, I don't know, I just don't want to be doing it, but for some reason I can't stop. And my alarm went off at 11 p.m. to go to sleep, and I saw it, I acknowledged it, but just didn't do anything. So I'm proud of myself. It's only 12:30, which is earlier than the past week, so I'm counting the little wins, having compassion for myself, and yeah, I just really want to get more intentional about how I spend my downtime. It's really important to have rest. I want to just be a little bit more disciplined, and I think that's something I've been struggling with a lot lately, because throughout recovery I've kind of been unlearning all the discipline I put on myself around food and body, because I learned to put so much discipline on myself to restrict my food and exercise and be certain ways. So recovery has shown me that I don't need to have that much discipline, and that it's actually healthy for me not to have that much discipline. But I feel like now that I've broken the discipline in that area, I don't know how to build up the discipline in a sustainable way in other areas of my life. Like, I want to build discipline with working out and moving my body, not to change my body or look a certain way, but to genuinely build strength. And I also want to build discipline in going to bed on time and getting enough sleep and prioritizing that. That's just been some things I've been thinking about. And while I've been frustrated about why I can't go to bed on time, just hating myself into it is not going to change anything. You can't hate yourself into growing. You can't hate yourself into changing. It has to come from self-love and self-compassion, which is so hard when things are not working out the way I want them to, or I see myself doing. And then when I'm just not doing that, I'm like, what the heck? You're incapable. You're stupid. But that's just not going to help anything at all. So I'm learning to speak to myself more kindly and know that I can push myself and I can build discipline, and it doesn't mean I'm going back on old unhealthy habits. It's just building a new relationship with discipline and a new relationship with self-motivation that doesn't stem from wanting to change the things I can't control, but rather stemming from wanting to feel my best and build confidence and build trust in myself. So there's a difference there, and I'm still working through it. But definitely, I've needed this period of recovery for the past 3 years of eliminating the discipline and eliminating the force and eliminating the shoulds and the should-haves, because this has allowed me to get to this place now where I can lean back into the discipline and lean back into pushing myself and know that I'm doing it for the right reasons, because I know what the wrong reasons are for me now. So that's just my thoughts tonight, and overall, proud of myself for going to bed a little bit earlier than the past few nights. Little baby steps. This is the Rhode Lip Peptide. I put it on every single night and my lips wake up still moisturized. So with that, I'm gonna go to bed. Thank you for spending the day with me. Stay tuned for more vlogs, figuring out how to take care of myself and live my life in my early 20s in New York City. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me in this journey. I appreciate you all. Just got lip gloss all over my hand. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna go to bed. Sleep well, and good night.